They say you can't do it. They look at you and see nothing but a shadow of their own fears. They've labeled you weak, broken, incapable, each word like a dagger, each whisper an attempt to bury you. But here's the truth. The world doesn't hand out strength. Strength is earned in the silence, in the battles no one sees. Every man faces a moment where he stands at the edge, staring into the abyss, completely alone. This is where you decide who you are, not in the comfort of applause or the warmth of companionship. Real men are forged in the cold, in the isolation. Alone is where the journey begins. Remember those nights? The ones where the walls closed in and the silence was deafening. You felt abandoned, discarded like an afterthought. Friends vanished, family questioned, the world moved on without you. But you stayed. You didn't crumble. You didn't fall to your knees and beg for rescue. Because deep inside, you knew that no one was coming to save you. And that was the greatest gift life ever gave you. Freedom. When you realize you have nothing to lose, you become unstoppable. The fire inside you was lit not by comfort, but by necessity. And every step forward was a defiance, a declaration. I don't need you. I've got this. Society wants to tame you. They want you soft, obedient, dependent on their validation. They'll feed you the lie that you need them, that without their support, you'll fall. They want you to fear solitude, to avoid the path of resistance. Because a man who stands alone, who thrives in the dark, is a man they can't control. They call it loneliness, but warriors call it focus. They call it isolation, but leaders call it transformation. Every legend, every alpha, every icon you admire didn't follow the crowd. They walked their own path, alone. Think about it. The world's greatest men were forged in solitude. Alexander didn't conquer the world with a committee. Spartacus didn't rise from slavery to freedom by asking for permission. Every empire, every revolution, every monumental achievement was born in the heart of a man who refused to wait for approval. They walked alone, fought alone, and built legacies that echoed through history. They understood a brutal truth. Greatness isn't found in the crowd. It's found in the quiet moments of sacrifice when no one is watching. You fought battles no one knew about. You faced demons they couldn't comprehend. And while they enjoyed the comfort of mediocrity, you were out there, bleeding, grinding, building. There were no handouts, no shortcuts, just you, the grind, and the relentless pursuit of something more. They didn't see the nights you cried, the mornings you forced yourself out of bed. They didn't hear the thoughts that tried to break you. And now, they look at you with envy, wondering how you did it. Let them wonder. Because the truth is, you didn't just survive, you transformed. Every scar, every setback, every moment of doubt was a lesson. And you learned. Alone. They'll call you lucky. They'll say you had it easy. But you know the truth. You earned every inch of your success. You faced the abyss and refused to back down. You stood in the fire and didn't get burned. You became the fire. And now, as you stand tall, they want to be part of your story. But they weren't there in the beginning. They didn't believe in you. And that's their loss. Because you didn't do it for them. You did it for the man you became. So let them talk. Let them criticize. Let them watch from the sidelines while you build your empire. You didn't need their approval then, and you don't need it now. They'll call you lucky, but luck had nothing to do with it. This was willpower. This was discipline. This was you against the world, and you won. The summit is lonely, but the view is yours. Take it in, own it. And remember, real power isn't found in the crowd. It's found in the silence of a man who dared to do it alone. If this hit hard, subscribe to the Midnight Alpha. This is just the beginning. Stay bold, stay fearless, and remember, you've got this. Let's be brutally honest for a second. Life isn't kind. It never has been. Life will chew you up and spit you out without a second thought. You'll have days where it feels like you're drowning in a sea of darkness, and the weight of the world is pressing down on your chest, suffocating you with every breath you take. You've been there, haven't you? When every single step feels like you're dragging yourself through mud. And depression? It feels like the ocean swallowing you whole. You're lost, disconnected, wondering if there's even a way out. But here's the thing you need to know. Depression doesn't have to define you. The pain you feel doesn't have to be your life story. But here's the truth nobody wants to hear. No one is coming to rescue you. You're not going to get a magic pill. Nor is there some knight in shining armor who will come to pull you out of the darkness. It's going to be hard, and you're going to have to fight. But it can be done. You can rise. The truth is, every man has 5 powerful ways out of depression. 5 ways to regain control of his life, and all of them are rooted in the most primal elements of being a man. These aren't quick fixes. No. These are the weapons of a warrior. The methods that every great man before you has used to rise above adversity. It's not easy, but it's damn effective. So if you're sick of feeling sorry for yourself, if you're done waiting for things to magically improve, it's time to step up. It's time to get the hell out of the hole you've dug for yourself. 1. Making money. Money is a powerful tool, but too often men fall into the trap of thinking it's all about materialism, status, or ego. It's not. Money is freedom. Freedom from worry, from fear, from not being able to provide for yourself and your loved ones. Depression at its core is rooted in fear. The fear of not being able to survive. The fear of being dependent on others. Money is the antidote. The moment you start making money, something shifts inside you. It's not just about buying things, it's about gaining the ability to live life on your terms. You're no longer controlled by your bills, your debt, or the weight of financial insecurity. You've stepped into power. You've reclaimed your ability to build your future. Look at any successful man, any man who's fought his way out of darkness. He has the financial freedom to make his own decisions. He doesn't depend on anyone else, and neither should you. Start building your financial independence. Hustle, invest, take risks, learn, and most importantly, grind. Every dollar you earn is a stepping stone to reclaiming your life. 2. Hitting the gym. Depression doesn't just attack your mind, it ravages your body. It makes you feel weak, tired, and lethargic. You wake up, but you can't bring yourself to face the day. You become a prisoner in your own body. And that's exactly what depression wants. It wants you to be a shell of yourself. But here's the truth. Your body and mind are connected. One affects the other. When your body is weak, your mind follows suit. When your body is strong, your mind is too. That's where the gym comes in. When you step into that gym, you're not just lifting weights, you're lifting your spirit. The iron is your adversary, but in every set, every rep, you're becoming stronger, not just physically, but mentally. Every drop of sweat, Every ounce of effort is a blow to depression's grip. You start to feel the power surging through your body. And that, my friend, is the beginning of your transformation. The gym doesn't just build muscle. It builds discipline, resilience, and an unshakable mindset. You learn to push through pain, and you realize that the fight you're facing in the gym is no different than the fight you're facing in life. The more you train, the stronger you become. And soon, the depression that once controlled you starts to lose its grip. 3. Chasing your purpose. You want to know what keeps depression alive? It's the absence of purpose. When you have no direction, when you're aimlessly drifting through life, depression sneaks in like a shadow, feeding off your confusion and lack of motivation. But the moment you find purpose, everything changes. You wake up with fire in your belly. Your days have meaning. You start to realize that life isn't about survival, it's about progression. Chasing your purpose is the key to climbing out of depression. It gives you something to focus on, something to fight for. Maybe it's your career, maybe it's a creative passion, maybe it's something entirely different. But it has to be something that excites you, something that drives you, something that pushes you to be better every day. When you chase your purpose, you stop wasting time in the self-pity pit. Depression doesn't stand a chance when you're running full speed towards something bigger than yourself. When you find your calling, you find the strength to carry on, no matter how difficult life gets. And the best part? Purpose gives you a reason to get up and keep fighting. 4. Building a loving family. You can't do this alone, period. Depression is a thief, and one of the things it steals is your ability to connect with the people who truly matter. It makes you feel like you're better off being alone, like no one cares. But that's the lie. You need people. You need a tribe, a solid, supportive family, whether it's the one you're born into or the one you build, becomes your lifeline. When you build a loving family, you create a foundation that depression cannot destroy. They'll pick you up when you fall. They'll hold you accountable when you slack off. They'll love you when you think you're unlovable. A strong family is the backbone of your strength. The stronger your family ties, the stronger you become. The love and support of your tribe fuel your journey, making you unstoppable. Depression wants you isolated, but love and support can shatter that illusion. So stop pushing people away. Let them in. Build your tribe, and know that when you fall, they'll be there to catch you. 5. Fixing your relationship with God. If you don't have a connection to something greater than yourself, life feels meaningless. Depression will tell you that you're alone, that there's no higher power looking out for you, and that everything is a cosmic accident. But that's just the darkness talking. You need to fix your relationship with God, whether that's through spirituality, faith, or simply seeking a higher purpose in life. When you reconnect with God, you're reminded that you are part of something much bigger than yourself. Your struggles aren't meaningless. Every challenge is a test, and you are not abandoned. God is not some distant figure. He is with you in your pain, guiding you through your darkest days. When you open yourself to faith, you unlock strength you never knew you had. You'll find peace in the chaos, clarity in the confusion, and a sense of purpose in the struggle. God won't give you the easy way out, but He will give you the strength to face anything that comes your way. Now it's time for you to step up. You've got the 5 weapons in your arsenal to fight depression. No more excuses. No more waiting for someone to come rescue you. You've got to fight for yourself. You've got to fight to take back control of your life. You can't keep letting the world push you down. You are stronger than this. It's time to make money. It's time to hit the gym. It's time to chase your purpose. It's time to build your tribe. And most importantly, it's time to reconnect with God. This is your battle. This is your journey. Now fight for your life. If you're ready to rise from the ashes, if you're ready to take back control, then subscribe to the Midnight Alpha. Hit that like button, and let's keep fighting this fight together. Don't let depression win. You've got this. Stay strong. Stay powerful. Keep rising. You control your destiny. All right, Midnight Alpha. Let's take this deeper. This is for those who want to awaken something raw, something dark that goes beyond ordinary confidence. This isn't for the weak. It's for those ready to own every broken piece of themselves, turn that darkness into power, and step into a level of confidence that doesn't just get noticed. It changes the entire room. People talk about confidence like it's some shiny accessory you just put on. They go around preaching about self-love, telling you to feel good about yourself. But here's the cold truth. Real confidence doesn't come from surface-level affirmation. Dark confidence, that's forged in fire. It's the kind of power you earn when you face everything inside you that you've tried to bury, to ignore. Dark confidence isn't about being nice or fitting into society's little mold of what they think strength should look like. It's about being unapologetically yourself, even the parts that people might find unsettling, intimidating. This is confidence that says, I'm here, and I don't need anyone's approval to stand tall. Step 1. Claim your flaws like armor. Most people waste time hiding their flaws, trying to show the world some polished version of themselves. But the truth is, every scar, every failure, every dark piece of you, that's your damn armor. Dark confidence is about stepping out and saying, yes, I've been through hell, and it didn't break me. Wear your flaws proudly because they're proof of your strength. When you own every scar, you become untouchable. People sense that you're not hiding. You're embracing. You're not perfect, but you're powerful. If you've made mistakes, own them. Don't give people the satisfaction of thinking they've got something on you. When you stand tall with everything exposed, there's nothing anyone can use against you. And that, my friend, is power. Step 2. Walk alone, needing no one. Everyone's desperate to belong, to be liked, to be validated. They'd rather be accepted than be real. But dark confidence? It comes from a place of deep independence. It's about walking alone, if you have to, because you don't need anyone's approval to know your worth. Most people are prisoners to other people's opinions, and that keeps them weak. When you free yourself from needing validation, you become unbreakable. You don't chase after anyone. You don't need their praise. You know exactly who you are, and you don't need someone else to see it to feel complete. The power in that? It's magnetic. Because people can feel it. You're there because you want to be, not because you need to be. Step 3. Silence speaks louder than words. The powerful don't need to broadcast their strength. They don't need to be the loudest in the room, showing off and trying to convince everyone of their worth. Silence is powerful because it makes people wonder. It forces them to pay attention. When you walk into a room, don't feel the need to speak. unless you have something worth saying. Dark confidence thrives in silence. It's about letting people project their insecurities, letting them fill the silence because they're uncomfortable with it. Learn to hold your ground. Let your presence speak for itself. When you do speak, let it count. Let every word carry weight. Step 4. Respect yourself. First, demand nothing from others. Respect is something you earn first from yourself, not something you demand from others. Dark confidence means you know your worth so deeply that you don't care if others see it or not. Respect yourself enough that you don't let anyone treat you like an option, an afterthought. When you walk with that kind of energy, people feel it. They respect you, not because you demanded it, but because you exude it. Stand firm in who you are, never asking for validation. People respect what they can't control, what they can't manipulate. When they see you aren't desperate for their approval, that's when respect is given freely. You've got nothing to prove because you already know who you are. Step 5. Embrace the darkness within. Everyone has a shadow side, the parts of themselves they're ashamed of, that they try to ignore. But true strength isn't found in pretending to be perfect. It's found in facing the darkness within and using it. Dark confidence means you don't fear your flaws, your mistakes, or even your anger. You don't suppress it, you learn from it. You take that raw, unfiltered part of yourself and you channel it. Maybe it's your rage. Maybe it's your relentless drive, your ambition. Maybe it's the pain you've been through. Whatever it is, use it. Don't hide from it. Don't let it control you. Embrace it. Master it. When you do, you're no longer afraid of what lies within you. Instead, you become whole, a force that doesn't bow to anyone. Step 6. Don't explain, just act. Weak people explain themselves. They're always trying to justify why they did something, why they deserve respect. But dark confidence isn't about explanations. It's about action. People will say things, try to test you, question you. But you don't owe anyone an explanation for who you are or what you do. Let your actions speak. The truly powerful understand that they don't need to convince anyone of anything. You don't have to explain yourself to people who haven't earned the right to understand you. Show up, do what needs to be done, and let that speak for itself. When you act without seeking approval or validation, you carry a strength that people can't shake. This journey isn't for the weak. Mastering dark confidence means facing yourself in ways most people are too scared to even imagine. It's about shedding the masks, stripping away the need for approval, and stepping into a version of yourself that isn't easily swayed or broken. So, if you're ready to step into your power, subscribe to this channel, Midnight Alpha, where we keep it raw, real, and brutally honest. Because this isn't for everyone, but for those willing to walk this path, to become something untouchable. You're exactly where you need to be. The past? You want to talk about the past? Let me tell you something real simple. The past is a dead weight. It's a chain that tries to drag you down, keep you stuck, make you weak. But only if you let it. Only if you're foolish enough to cling to it like it matters anymore. But here's the truth. It doesn't. Whatever happened back there, it's done. Over. Gone. You can't change it. You can't fix it. And holding on to it, that's weakness. Every second you spend looking back is a second you're not moving forward. And I'm not about to let my life get hijacked by a bunch of ghosts. Let go. Yeah, that's right, I said it. You have to let that shit go. Stop obsessing over the mistakes, the regrets, the failures. Stop letting them define who you are. Those moments, those people who stabbed you in the back, those times you got knocked down, they're all dead. They don't exist anymore. What matters is what you do now. What matters is who you are today. You want to know how to move on? First, you accept that the past is exactly where it belongs, behind you. Stop carrying it around like a burden. Stop dragging it with you like a ball and chain. You can't outrun it if you're too busy being its prisoner. See? Most people, they get stuck in the past because they're too afraid to move forward. They're scared. Scared to let go of the pain. Scared to step into the unknown. Scared to find out what's waiting for them on the other side. But fear is for the weak. Fear is for those who don't have the guts to burn their bridges and keep walking. You gotta burn it all. Burn the memories. Burn the guilt. Burn every single thing that ties you to the past. And once it's nothing but ashes, guess what? You're free. You're free to be whoever the hell you want to be. Free to create a new path, a new reality, without that dead weight holding you back. But I'm not here to tell you it's easy. Oh no. Moving forward isn't easy. It's brutal. It's ruthless. It's a war. And the battleground is your own mind. Every day that past is going to try to sneak back in. It's going to whisper in your ear, remind you of all the pain, all the mistakes. It's going to tempt you to go back, to wallow in that familiar misery. And you gotta be stronger than that. You have to fight like hell to keep moving. One foot in front of the other. Relentless. Unstoppable. Because here's the thing. The past is a coward. It only has power over you if you give it power. If you stand tall, if you look it dead in the eye and say, "You don't own me anymore," it'll shrink. It'll vanish. But the moment you let it in, the moment you give it control, it'll crush you. So don't give it an inch. Don't let it breathe. Look ahead. Eyes forward. Focus on the road in front of you, not the wreckage behind you. There's no strength in living in the past. Strength is found in moving forward, in building something better, something stronger than what came before. That's how you grow. That's how you evolve. You want to talk about regret? Fine. Regret's a waste of time. You messed up? Good. You learned? You failed? Even better. Now you know what not to do. But don't sit there whining about it. Don't sit there thinking, what if? The moment you start playing that game, you've already lost. What if? Doesn't exist. All that matters is what now? So here's what you do. You take every piece of pain, every mistake, every single drop of regret, and you use it. Turn it into fuel. You let it push you forward, not drag you back. You use it to build something stronger, something unbreakable, something the past can't touch. Because when you stop living in the past, when you stop letting it control you, that's when you become truly dangerous. That's when you stop being a victim and start being a force of nature, a storm that no one can stop. The past, it doesn't define you. It doesn't own you. You are not your mistakes. You're not your regrets. You are what you choose to become, right here, right now. Every day is a choice. Every moment is a chance to move forward, to break free, to leave the ashes behind and rise. Rise, damn it. Because if you don't, the past will swallow you whole. It'll eat you alive and leave nothing but a hollow shell of what you could have been. And you didn't come this far to die in the shadow of yesterday. You came here to conquer the future. So stand up, wipe the blood from your mouth, and keep going. Keep fighting. The past is dead. You aren't. You're the one who decides what happens next. You're the one who gets to write the rest of the story. And no matter how many times you've been knocked down, no matter how deep the scars run, there's only one thing left to do. Move forward. And don't look back. No days off. Let those words sink in. Most men will hear that and laugh. They'll call it unrealistic, extreme, unnecessary. That's because they don't understand what it takes to achieve greatness. They don't know what it means to push past the limits society has set for them. But you're not most men. You wouldn't be here if you were. Deep down, you know there's more to life than what you've been taught. You're not here to blend in, to coast, to live the kind of life that's forgotten as soon as it's over. You're here to make an impact, to leave a legacy, to be remembered. And here's the brutal truth. Greatness doesn't come to those who take days off. It doesn't come to the men who only show up when it's convenient. It comes to the ones who show up every single day, no matter what. No days off isn't just a phrase. It's a mindset, a way of life. It's the understanding that every single day is an opportunity to get better, to get stronger, to get closer to the man you're meant to be. And if you waste that opportunity, you're not just cheating yourself, you're cheating your future. Why most men stay average? Let's get one thing straight. Most men will never achieve greatness. Not because they're not capable, but because they're not willing. They're not willing to put in the work when it's hard. They're not willing to show up when no one's watching. They're not willing to sacrifice comfort for progress. And that's why they stay stuck. That's why they live average lives, full of regret and what-ifs. Think about it. How many people do you know who start something and quit as soon as it gets hard? They hit the gym for a week, maybe 2, and then disappear. They start a project with big dreams, only to abandon it when the excitement fades. They talk a big game but never follow through. That's not who you are. You're here because you're tired of settling, because you're ready to rise above the noise, the excuses, the mediocrity. And let me tell you something. The grind is your way out. Every man wants the reward, but few are willing to embrace the process. But the process is where the magic happens. The grind is where you grow, where you sharpen your skills, where you build the discipline that separates the average from the exceptional. Why no days off matters. Let's talk about what no days off really means. It's not about working yourself into the ground. It's not about burning out or running on fumes. It's about showing up every day with intention. It's about doing something, anything, to move the needle forward. Even on your rest days, you're not taking a day off. You're stretching, recovering, planning your next move. You're not sitting around wasting time. You're building momentum. You see, most men treat their dreams like a hobby. They work on them when they feel like it, when it's convenient, when they're in the mood. But you treat your dreams like a mission, and missions don't take breaks. Think about the men who changed the game. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, David Goggins. These men didn't take days off because they knew what was at stake. They knew that every day was an opportunity to get ahead while their competition was sleeping. Kobe once said, "Rest at the end, not in the middle." That's the mindset you need. Rest when the mission is complete, not when you're tired. Because tired is temporary. Success is forever. The grind, what it takes to win. The grind is ugly. It's brutal. It's repetitive. and that's why most people run from it. But the grind? That's where champions are made. You see, every rep in the gym, every hour of work, every time you push through the pain, it's a brick in the foundation of your legacy. The question is, how strong is your foundation? Are you building something that will stand the test of time? Or are you letting cracks form because you couldn't stay consistent? The grind doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care if you're tired, if you're busy, if you're not in the mood. It demands everything from you. And if you're not willing to give it, someone else will. Think about it. While you're making excuses, someone else is making progress. While you're taking a day off, someone else is putting in the work. And when the time comes to compete, they're going to beat you. Not because they're better, but because they showed up when you didn't. The grind is your ally, not your enemy. It's the fire that forges you into something unbreakable. And the sooner you embrace it, the sooner you'll realize that the grind isn't what's holding you back. It's what's going to set you free. No days off. The mindset of a winner. No days off isn't just about what you do. It's about who you are. It's a declaration that you refuse to be average, that you refuse to let life pass you by. Every decision you make, every action you take, is a vote for the kind of man you're becoming. Are you casting votes for strength, discipline, and progress? Or are you letting laziness and comfort dictate your future? When you adopt the no days off mindset, you stop waiting for motivation. You stop looking for inspiration. You start doing what needs to be done, no matter how you feel. Because here's the truth. The world doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about your reasons. It cares about results. And the only way to get results is to put in the work, day after day, without fail. So here's the question. Are you ready to commit? Are you ready to wake up every single day and say, no excuses, no shortcuts, no days off? This isn't just about the grind. It's about becoming the kind of man who refuses to settle, the kind of man who shows up when others don't, the kind of man who lives with purpose, discipline, and fire. Because one day you'll look back on your life and you'll see the results of every choice you made, every moment you showed up, every time you pushed through, every time you refused to quit. It will all add up to a legacy you can be proud of. If you're ready to rise, then make this your mantra. No days. Office, subscribe to the Midnight Alpha. Smash that like button and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Together, we're building a brotherhood of relentless warriors who refuse to quit. This is your life, your journey, and it starts now. No days off. Let's go. Obsession. It's like a shadow. It starts as a whisper, a tiny thought, but then it grows. Oh, it grows until it consumes every inch of your mind. You think you can control it, that it's just a harmless fascination, but then it digs in deep, burrowing into your soul, and it never lets go. It's a hunger that can never be satisfied, a thirst that can never be quenched. Obsession isn't passion. Passion fades, but obsession is relentless. It's a fire that never burns out, an itch that can never be scratched. It takes hold of you, and no matter how hard you try, you can't shake it off. It's always there, gnawing at the edges of your sanity. And here's the joke. You think you're in control. But obsession? It's the one pulling the strings. You're just a puppet, dancing to its tune. The more you fight it, the tighter it pulls those strings. You lose yourself piece by piece until there's nothing left but the obsession. It starts small, just a thought. But then it takes root. It spreads like a disease, infecting every part of you. You think about it when you wake, when you eat, when you sleep, until it's all you can think about. It's all that matters. You love it, don't you? That rush, that thrill, the way it makes your heart race, your blood boil. It's intoxicating. To be consumed by something so completely, to surrender to it. There's nothing else like it. But obsession, it's a double-edged sword. It gives, but it takes. It fills you up, but leaves you empty. It's the highest high and the lowest low. And once it's got you, there's no escape. You're trapped, a prisoner of your own desires. And the worst part? You don't even see it coming. It sneaks up on you like a thief in the night. And by the time you realize what's happened, it's too late. You're already in too deep, and there's no turning back. But you're different, aren't you? You think you can control it, keep it at bay. But deep down, you know the truth. Once you've opened that door, there's no closing it, no escaping it. You'll be its prisoner for life. So go ahead, obsess. Let it consume you. But remember, obsession is a fire. It can warm you or it can burn you alive. And when it does, all that'll be left is ashes. You think you can walk away, but you can't. It's in your veins, in your mind, in your soul. It's who you are now. And it won't let you go. Not until it's taken everything. You think you can resist, but you won't. Obsession doesn't let go. It only digs deeper. And when it's done with you, when it's finished, all you'll have left is the emptiness, the void where your soul used to be. So go ahead, dance with the devil. Let it consume you. But remember, once you're in its grip, there's no letting go. You're hooked, and it won't release you until it's taken everything. Life? It's not some playground where everyone gets a participation trophy. No, life is a jungle, a savage, brutal place where only the strong survive. And guess what? If you're not ready to be the lion, you're going to get eaten alive. This world, it's full of sheep. People too scared to step up, too weak to fight for what they want. But not you. Not after this. Today you stop acting like prey, and you start hunting like the predator you were born to be. You want to conquer life? You want to rule your world? Then you're going to need to understand one thing: the lion mentality. It's about power, focus, dominance, and absolute control. You don't wait for life to give you what you deserve. You take it. So let's break it down. 7 rules that will make you unstoppable, feared, and respected. This isn't for the faint of heart. This is for the ones who are ready to own their destiny. Rule number 1, hunt with relentless focus. You ever see a lion chase after everything in sight? Hell no. A lion picks its target, locks on, and doesn't stop until it's got its kill. It's relentless, calculated, and precise. You think you can succeed by spreading yourself thin, chasing every little thing? Think again. You need to know exactly what you want in life. Focus like a laser. Whether it's wealth, power, strength, or success, identify your target and then make that the only thing that matters. People fail because they're too scattered, too distracted. They chase multiple dreams and catch none. Not you. From this moment, your life becomes about one target, one goal. Focus is your weapon, and you better sharpen it every damn day. Rule number 2. Own your territory. Lions don't walk around with their heads down, hoping to survive. They own every inch of ground they step on. You better start owning your space. I'm talking about your career, your body, your mind, your relationships, everything. Stop letting life happen to you. Stop letting people walk into your world and disrespect you. You either own your territory or you let someone else claim it. And owning it isn't just about defense, it's about expanding. It's about knowing that every room you walk into is yours. You command attention, you command respect, and you take what's yours. Never ask for permission. You want power? You take it. You want respect? You demand it. This is your territory now. Rule number 3. Silence the weak voices. Lions don't waste their time listening to sheep. They don't care about the noise, the opinions, the weak excuses of the herd, and neither should you. Everyone's got something to say, but most of them are too scared to do anything about their own life. They'll try to bring you down because they can't stand to see you rise. Let me make this clear. No one else's opinion matters. Not your friends, not your family, not society. Weak people will always try to pull you into their world of doubt and fear. But you're not here to live in their world. You're here to dominate yours. Cut out the noise. Silence the weak. You've got one voice to listen to, and that's the voice inside of you telling you to go harder, push further, and never back down. Rule number 4. Strike without hesitation. A lion doesn't hesitate when it sees an opportunity. It strikes. Fast, hard, and without mercy. Hesitation? That's a death sentence in the wild. And in life, it's no different. You see an opportunity, you take it. You don't wait, you don't overthink, and you sure as hell don't ask for permission. Hesitation is for the weak. Winners move, they act, they strike. Because here's the truth. Opportunities don't wait. Life isn't going to hand you success on a silver platter. You either take it or someone else will. You hesitate, you lose. You hesitate, you die. So stop thinking and start doing. Strike now and strike hard. Rule number 5. Embrace the pain. Here's the ugly truth no one likes to talk about. Pain is part of the process. Lions don't have it easy in the wild. The hunt is grueling, exhausting, dangerous. But you think they care? Number. They push through because they know the reward is worth the struggle. You want to dominate life? Then you better get comfortable with discomfort. Stop running from pain. Stop avoiding the hard times. That's where you're built. That's where real growth happens. When you're on your knees, when life is hitting you with everything it's got, that's when you're being forged into something unstoppable. The weak crumble under pressure. The strong thrive in it. So embrace the pain, because it's the price you pay for greatness. Rule number 6. Protect your kingdom. Lions protect what's theirs, viciously. Their pride, their territory, their legacy. They don't let anyone or anything threaten it. You've built something? You've worked your ass off to get where you are? Then you better damn well protect it. Not everyone deserves to be in your life. Not everyone deserves your energy. You don't owe anyone access to your kingdom. Choose wisely who gets to stand beside you and cut off anyone who doesn't add value. You protect your energy, your mind, your body like a lion protects its pride. Don't let anyone come into your world and mess with what you've built. Rule number 7. Lead. Like a king. Lions are kings, Not because they're the loudest or flashiest, but because they lead with quiet confidence and strength. You want to be a beast? You want to conquer life? Then you better start leading. Stop waiting for others to tell you what to do. Stop following the crowd. A lion doesn't follow anyone. It sets its own path. You know what needs to be done. You know the sacrifices that need to be made. So stop hesitating. Stop waiting for someone else to give you the green light. You lead. You set the standard. You rise first. You work harder. You push further. Kings don't wait. Kings don't ask for permission. They rule. They conquer. They lead. Listen carefully. Life isn't for the weak. It's for the strong, the bold, the ruthless. You've got a choice. Live like the prey or rise like the predator. The lion mentality isn't just a mindset. It's a way of life. You don't just survive. You dominate. You don't just exist. You thrive. Take these 7 rules, engrave them into your soul, and stop living like everyone else. Start living like the beast you were born to be. If you're ready to unlock more raw, unapologetic truths and level up your life, subscribe to the Midnight Alpha. We don't do weakness here. We do power, control, and dominance. Time to join the pride.